last 13 years, I've been the athletic director at Vintage. I wanted to start by saying that it was just a couple of years ago that Darcy called me on a Thursday to the freshman football game between Napa and Vintage, and she says, I have no one for the microphone for the stadium announcer. And I said, my folks are busy. She goes, I have no idea what to do. She goes, I might give Ira a call. So she called Ira, and Ira announced from the radio booth, from the stadium announcer booth, the freshman football game between Napa and Vintage, which was unbelievable in a couple of ways. First, his legendary voice. Second, he called it like play-by-play. He did not stop talking for like the duration of the game. So it's a special thing to be part of. Ira's also part, as you heard, of both of our Hall of Fames. And I, no doubt, most people in this room think he's part of our Hall of Fame for his voice, which is true. I know for a fact, though, he's also in the Hall of Fame for his incredibly strong legs and back, for carrying Ken Fry on the radio on every Friday night. Just incredible strength that he had there. My connection to Ira has had a few chapters, the first of which started when I was just a kid, back in the late 70s, early 80s. My dad would take me to many of the home games, whether it was Vintage, Napa, football games, basketball games. When we didn't go, it was Ira's voice that let us know what was happening. We'd sit in the living room together, eat some popcorn, chips, whether it was for dinner, and Ira would fill us in on the action. As I grew up, I was lucky enough to be one of the people on those teams that played at those places and have Ira call my games. One of my favorite keepsakes, I have an audio cassette tape of it's a recording of Ira calling one of my better high school games. There's like 2 or 3 of them, where I hit a big shot in the waiting moments. And I still have that tape. I wanted to play it today, but Darcy wouldn't let me. And I have played it over the years because my car still has that cassette player. But if you listen to it, you would think that I was Michael Jordan sinking a shot in the NBA playoffs. I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, so funny to listen to it. So in my early 20s, I began teaching, coaching for Vintage, and then I reconnected with Ira various games over the years. When I became the athletic director, I was granted the opportunity to actually join Ira on the radio on numerous occasions. Saturday morning sports lines, halftime interviews, and I actually got to call some games with him as a color commentator, softball, baseball, etc. It was thrilling to sit next to him and watch as a master craftsman put on a plan, weaving little stories in and out as a call to context. Never hosted any sort of event on the radio, you really have no idea how challenging it is. The voice is the only tool in the toolbox. You have to come prepared and be ready to fill the airtime with passion. It's happening and also when it subsides. Ira always had copious amounts of notes, information at his disposal, ready to make sure his listeners received a well-rounded broadcast. So as much fun as it was listening to all the games in my early years with my dad, hearing my own name called a few times in the radio waves, or working with Ira on the sports line or all the other broadcasts, the most special might have been seeing George pass when I heard the voice of the valley call my own son's name when it was his turn to play at Vintage. And this speaks to one of the best gifts I'm sure the people in this room are with me on this. The best gifts he gave is not just to me, my family, but to so many of us in the community. He just made us feel special in that small town sort of way. And if you ask me, that's the best